Welcome, welcome, welcome to my lovely lunatic Leo life. This is your girl, Miss A, and I'm here today. What's up, everybody? I hope all of you guys had a great day today. It was a dreary ass Wednesday. Actually, no, that doesn't even deserve claps. It was a dreary ass Wednesday. It was cold as shit, and the rain was just ridiculous. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't mind rainy weather when I'm home chilling. I ain't got nothing else to do. But the fact that I had to go home in that shit was annoying as fuck. But anyway, it's okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you for tuning in to again my lovely lunatic Leo life. All right. Um, today's topic: the hard knock life for the single black woman. Ciao. Yo, this shit is no joke. It really is. Oh, excuse me. I'm talking about being single, not someone trying to holler at me while I'm walking past them. Excuse me. Anyway, I'm just talking shit. I am broadcasting from my house, which is pretty dope because I'm here sitting in my panties with wine and a blunt. So it's safer to say it's better to do it this way and save my money, you know what I'm saying, than have to go and pay for it. Although I must say my spot, my podcast studio at Third Space was dope. So I will still continue to use it. I'll use it for my guests because of course I don't want all my guests coming to my house. So when I have guests, which I will start soon, guys, remember this is only like my 5th podcast. So this is just the beginning and I just did it. The reason why I'm here is because I just did it. I used to do radio. I've done radio for years. So to get more information and more background, you got to listen to my first podcast, which was a little drunken mess, but whatever. I'm improving as time goes along. I hope you can hear me because you hear me on my thing, and I could have sworn I heard myself last time, but it's okay. So yes, this is Podbean. For some of you guys might see me on Spotify, and eventually I can work my way up to iTunes. And they're giving me problems. They're giving me so many problems. But anyway, today's topic is the hard knock life for the single black woman. It's really hard out here, you guys. And I was looking up some statistics about black women and dating. And do you know, there's a lot of black women, okay? There's 1.8 million more black women than there are black men. So I say that to say, what the hell's going on? When I have kids, I wanted daughters, but I don't know if I can have daughters in this world where it's only women. Not only women, but mainly women. You know what I mean? Like, shit. 1.8 million more black women than there are men. Now, I got this from ABC News. They had an article a while back. So this is where I got my information from. Now that I'm on a podcast, I'm going to have to start fact checking myself or whatever. Fact checking myself. So even if every black man in America married a black woman, 1 out of 12 women still not going to have a man. Like, shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing with dating outside of your race. I have nothing wrong with dating outside my race. I would date outside my race, but maybe I have a face that does not attract people from outside of my race. I mean, I do get a little Dominican or Puerto Rican here or there, you know. But white men, no, not so much. And I used to love me some white boys when I was young. When I was a kid, I thought I would have ended up with a white man, but no. So, and I mean, when I say no, I mean no, as in I have not married a white man because obviously I'm still single, but I have dated a white man. And actually, my first white man I dated was when I went to Norfolk State in Virginia. But he was Turkish, like even had a little accent. So, I mean, he's white, but is he white? I don't know. Does that matter? Is he white, or is he just... I may be on delay with these sound effects because I keep forgetting I have it. I'm just talking, but doing the sound effects. So be easy with me, okay? Thank you very much. So I dated a white man back in Norfolk State. He was cool, but I noticed he liked black women because after me there was other black women. You know what I mean? But he was cool. He was sweet. I was young. It was a long time ago. I think I was 18. Yeah, I was 18 when I went to Norfolk State. I'm 37 now, guys. 37. So back to the stats. So basically, like I told you, 1.8 million more black women than there are black men. So even if we were to date, or all the black men in America was to be with black women today, there's still going to be a lot of women that's single. Now, let's just take 100 men, okay? Let's just say 100 men. By the time you eliminate guys without diplomas, that's about 21%. Then the unemployed, which is a 17%, and then between the ages 25 to 34 that are in jail, that's about 8%. Okay, so you only have half, like maybe 54% of black men that black women will find acceptable. So does that mean we need to lower our standards, or not even lower our standards? Just because a man has been in jail or doesn't have a diploma or a degree or unemployed does not mean that we're lowering our standards, because we don't know the situation. However, I do mean for men that just, I don't know what I mean, but what I'm trying to say is 54% of black men who will say are available. Now, out of even that 54%, we don't even know how many is undercover brothers or how many are gay and out with it. You know what I mean? Uh-oh. Yeah. So it's sad to see the majority. Now, like I said, I don't mind dating outside of my race. I just haven't really attracted men outside of my race now. But I definitely would date a white man. I would definitely date a Spanish man. However, I am a little weird with Asian, as in Indian and Chinese. But that, you could call me racist because I may or may not be. Uh-oh. But that's not my preference. However, if I was to meet a man that was down with it, then, I'm cool with it. There's nothing wrong with that. You are who you are. But it's really hard out here. Like, I've been single. Now, let me explain my situation. I keep saying I'm single. Technically, I'm married, but I got married in Ghana, West Africa, and this was in 2013. I married my husband in 2013 in February. I left Ghana in April. So we really only had like 2.5 months together after we got married, and we did not. Hey, Marilyn. Welcome. You want to call in? All right, give me a second. I'm going to let you in. Let me just finish this part of the story. Thank you so much for listening to my lovely Lunatic Leo life. But I was going to say, she done one. But anyway, what I was going to say was I was married and I haven't seen him since 2013. I haven't spoken to him since 2016. So I am single. I consider single, and I was in Ghana. I tried to file for him here, but we didn't work out. So with the government, I should say, the American government, we are null and void here. So if we were going to start the process for me to file for him to come over here, then we would have to restart the process again. And we've paid money. We've filled out so many forms. It was like a year process of waiting and filling out forms and paying money. Boom. That didn't work out. So I consider myself single, at least over here in America now. If I was to meet somebody, get married, then of course that would be a decision. I would talk to them about that. But I'm single, and I've been single since then. I was dating somebody in 2012, and then I left for Ghana because I was with him for 4 years, and that wasn't going anywhere. You know what I mean? So I've been the type I haven't had many relationships in my life. Serious relationships, I would say. So, it's hard. And sometimes it's like I'm tired of being single. I'm 37. Don't get me wrong. I'm single, but I don't just dwell on it. You know what I mean? I still go out. I still have a great time. Go out with my girlfriends all the time. We always going out to dinner, always going to have a drink, always celebrating, even with us. I do trap karaoke, which is me performing in front of hundreds, even 1,000 people at 3 different occasions. In New York City. So I go out and I travel. I love to travel. I can travel by myself. I can travel with people. So I live my best life. So it's not like I'm just sitting home dwelling on being single. However, I say all of that to say, I'm ready to settle down and I'm tired of this fact. So when I saw this about single black women and I looked it up and I'm like, I'm not alone. There's so many more black women who are single. And why is this? Like, I know I'm dope as hell. My friends tell me I'm dope as hell. My male friends, my female friends, I know it. But why does that mean that I still can't find people? I know corny people who have relationships. You know what I mean? I consider myself beautiful. I'm a little chubbier than I've been, you know, like this is the biggest I've been, but I'm still cool. I'm down to earth. I'm dope. I love to have a great time. I'm a Leo. Come on. Who doesn't love a Leo? I'll wait. Who doesn't love a Leo? Oh, okay. Nobody doesn't love a Leo. Okay. So I'm just like, you know, it's getting time out here. So I'm thinking, is our requirements ridiculous? Like maybe it's the type of men we're looking for and we're dismissing other men. That was part of this article that I saw about single black women. We don't have to settle, but we may need to compromise, which I agree. I don't mind with compromising. I am stubborn a little bit sometimes, but I do know that I would like to make things work in order for a relationship to work. Okay. So does that mean that we need to make our list a little bit smaller? To me, I don't have a type, but I find myself telling people when I meet somebody, oh, he's not my usual type. But I tell people I don't have a type. So what the fuck am I saying? What am I trying to say, actually? You know? So it's just something like that. Marilyn, if you're still listening, call me up. I'll let you in. I finish my story now. Thank you for listening, but you could call in and we could get talking. So what is your requirements sheet looking like? Is it kind of crazy? You know, like I remember some of my friends in the past, they wanted a man, he has to have his own house, not even apartment or his own place. He needed his own house. He needs to have a job. He needs to have a car. Mind you, she didn't have a car. He needs to make six figures. Like shit like that to me is, I'm not materialistic. Don't get me wrong. I would love for a man to have his own place. Definitely, especially at my age. Come on, I'm 37. I don't need someone who's living with his mother. If you have a roommate, I understand times is crazy. So you might need a roommate this day and age. You know what I mean? So I'm still even cool with that. So you don't need your own house. I know right now I don't want a house because of all the responsibility that entails, and that will cut my traveling short. This is why I don't have a car, because I don't have to deal with that shit. You know, having a car means you have to pay for bills, gas, any problems you have with that car, and I don't want it. Hence, me traveling and doing whatever the fuck I want to do. So it's just like sometimes we can't have a list that's unexpected, not unexpected, but out of reach. And it doesn't mean you have to downgrade or it doesn't mean you have to settle, like I said, but maybe compromise, like I said, I'm willing to do. You know what I mean? I'm 37. I feel like my biological clock is ticking. I've been pregnant once in my life, and that was a few years ago. And now, and I wanted a baby at the time. So it's just a lot that goes into being 37 and single. Now, here's another thing. My parents, I'm from Ghana, West Africa. My parents were born and raised there. Me and my brother were born here. But they were married in their 20s. Most of my family was married in their 20s. So the fact that I'm 37, not married and single, there's a lot of shit every time I go somewhere. Why don't you have kids? Why don't you marry? Do you have a man? Blah, blah, blah. And that shit is hurtful. Like, you don't even know what my situation is or was for me to be in that, you know, to be single, be whatever. But it's just sometimes people don't understand. Now, we all have to understand also that it's not our fault. I have dated, I don't date often, honestly. But I have dated, and there's always something with it. You know, I dated a guy in December. He was whack as hell. He always wanted to come to my place. Mind you, he didn't have his own place. And when I say he didn't have his own place, he lived with his parents. He was younger than me. I accepted it, but he just kept coming here all the time. And I love to cook. So I was always cooking. And I feel like you can't come to my house and I'm not feeding you. You know what I mean? So he would eat. And it was just like the same thing. And we're not doing anything. We might have went out twice. So I'm like, you know what? This has to stop. And he didn't like cats. I have a cat. That's my girl Lola. I love her to death. That's my baby girl. I had to put her in the closet, which when I say closet, I have a studio. So it's another room, but it's a huge room. I can make it like a little office or something like that. Um, so I always had to leave her in there, and I hated that. So I'm like, yo, why the fuck? Like, what are you doing for me? What are you doing for me? Why do I even need to be with you? And he wasn't doing anything, and he got mad at the fact that I asked him the question. Like, I'm doing more for you than you're doing for me. You're having food every night. You know what I mean? Like, you'll roll up a blunt and then ask me to roll up a blunt. Like, hello, I just fed you. You're in my apartment. Why don't you roll up 2 blunts? Why do I need to put my blunt into it? You know, so that had to end. Recently I met somebody and I was just like, wow, he's dope as hell. Like, this is it, you know? I'm done. I'm done searching, not searching, but I'm done dating. Like, this guy is it. He was interested in me. We were gravy. It was all gravy. Um, Luckily, it was only 6 weeks into it. You know what I mean? But we talked all the time. I wouldn't let him into my apartment for a long time because I was tired of the bullshit. Like, people always want to come here and expect to come here all the time. So I didn't let him into my apartment until recently. And of course, after I let him into the apartment, guess what the fuck happened? His wife called me. Yes, folks, you heard it. His wife called me to explain to me that he's married. Now, I'm not a saint, okay? When I was younger, like 19, I was a side chick. Now, he told me he wasn't married. He said he had a girlfriend. I was like, whatever. Okay, you're older than me. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. I was 19. So now I'm like, now is this my karma coming back to me at 37 years old? Because I really was feeling this dude. And I brought him around my friends on 2 different occasions, like parties at houses of my friends. You know what I mean? They loved him. I thought he was cool as hell. And I'm like, I'm dope. What the fuck? He sees I'm dope. We see all these people love me. You know, we know other people outside of this here from music and entertainment. So it's like, you know, I'm a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, I'm dope as hell. I'm funny. You're funny. Like, we had a great time. We always had a great time. But he was married. He told me he was divorced first, then he said he was separated. And I even asked him why he was divorced, and he gave me a whole answer. Like, he told me the story, or I don't know if it's true or not, but it's like, men and women too, like, not just only men, men and women who want to cheat. Why don't you just be real? Give that person the option to be like, you know what? Okay, if you're married, fine, I'll do it. Or, no, I can't deal with it. You will find somebody who still wants to be the side chick. Trust me. Like, the fact that you had to lie to me and her, you know what I'm saying? And she's calling me now. Thank God she was a sweet woman. You know what I mean? She didn't come off at me anyway. Of course, there was hostility in her voice when I first answered the phone, but it wasn't like, once she realized I was innocent too, it was all good. Some women like to go hard at the other women, even if the woman didn't know. But no, she wasn't going hard. So, and I appreciate that, you know? But I was just so hurt at the fact that I spent all this time with this person, you know what I mean? And we were meshing well. Like, what also makes it worse is he is speaking about us in the future as if there would be in us, knowing goddamn well there would not be in us because you're still fucking married. You're not divorced, you're not separated. Now, I don't know, they may have been separated because one time there was stuff packed in his car. He said he was in the middle of moving. So I'm like, all right, I didn't question it. You know what I mean? You gave me an answer about why you got a divorce. You told me why you were getting divorced. You told me I saw all the stuff in your car when we went out on our first date. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, he just moved. I'm like, damn, last week you said you're looking for a spot and you found a spot already. Yep, I found a spot. So, needless to say, I was hurt. And what makes it worse is she told him not to contact me. Like, she even told me, which I appreciate. She's like, well, because I was like, well, I do need to call him and tell him it's over. She's like, no, well, maybe he'll contact you, but for my benefit, he canceled you. Pretty much muted me, because he didn't just block me from the phone where it goes straight to voicemail. No, he blocked me through his telephone. cell provider where I get a message from Verizon like, no, bitch, you can't use this phone number to call. Try again from another number. Sorry. Like that. So that's what hurt the most. But at the same time, I feel like I'm saved because I don't have to deal with that. Can I get an amen? Can I get a motherfucking amen? He is not my problem. That's going to be her problem. They've been married for 9 years. Maybe they separated for a short time. Who knows? But it's not my problem. So, in a weird way, I hope she can get solace and she can find, everything could go well for them. But for me, I'm hurt, but I have to be happy that I'm not the one that has to deal with him. You know what I mean? So I've been through so many disappointments, but it was all for a good cause. This is my issue. Why do I keep meeting fuckboys, men who ain't shit, or men who are liars? Now, my thing is, a lot of people have shit going on with them in their lives, right? So that's understandable. I totally get it. But sometimes it's just like, damn, what the fuck do I have to go through this shit for? Why do I have to put up with men that are treating me like this? Because I'm such a cool individual. You know what I mean? So this is why I had to look up and say, uh, talk about what's going on for single Black women, because it's not just me going through this, but I've had married women who love to live vicariously through me because I love to travel, I love to have a great time, I love to be a center of attention. Then I have other people who I live vicariously through because they have a family, they're settled down, they have kids, they have a spouse, and it seems like they have a good life, but how good a life is everything? You see everything through social media. Y'all think I'm so happy, I'm so go-lucky, I'm doing all this shit, which I am, but I do feel sad sometimes. I see pictures of this guy who turned out to be married. They smiling and everything, yet look at what they're going through. You know what I mean? So we can't let social media be the guide to how other people are living their lives, right? Can I get it right? Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. So people thought I was going to go in on him, which I'm not, because it is what it is. The time has come and gone. I've moved on, kind of, sort of. I'm just being strong. But let me take a sip of this wine. For those of you guys tuning in, thank you so much for listening to my lovely Lunatic Leo Live. I'm trying something different. I'm broadcasting from home, which is dope as hell because I'm here in my panties. Literally, that's it. Which, when I say panties, I mean I'm topless. I'm comfortable. I got wine. I got bud. I'm good. So over here we coughing. I'm choking on that. Ooh. Thank you so much. But yeah. So this is why I had to come on here tonight and talk, because I was a little stressed and I was trying to make it into something that you all want to hear. But if you want to hear my problems, this is why it's my lovely Lunatic Leo Life, because I'm talking about the shit that I go through or have been through, and I'm still going to live it. I'm going to Thailand in less than a month. I leave November 15th. I'm fucking excited. It's my first time to Thailand or to Southeast Asia or to Asia, period. And I'm so looking forward to that. Like, I really am. However, I have sworn off men. I may just be an asexual. Not really, because I won't even produce a baby by myself. But I'm just gonna stick to myself. Like, I'm so sick and tired of this dating scene. And you know what hurts the most? Whenever I'm cool, like, I was fine. I haven't had sex for 5 months. This nigga comes. The second I gave him some punani, this is what happens. Yes, I gave up the cooter. And this was, what, a month after the fact? Not even 5 weeks. It might have been 5 or 6 weeks after the fact. You know what I mean? Like, why couldn't she call me the day of, before I knew I was going to give it up? Why couldn't she call me a week beforehand? Shit. I could have kept going on, living my best life. Whenever I'm good and I'm just like doing me, is when somebody comes along and fucks up my whole shit. So then I got to get used to not calling or speaking to this person. And then, It is what it is. My lovely lunatic Leo life. This your girl, Miss A. I'm home, happy with my wine, got my weed. I'm here with you. Who wants to talk? You can hit me up. I'm also on Spotify. You know what I mean? So yeah. Hey Marilyn, if you're still there, hit me up. I'm new to this Podbean live, so forgive me. I'm loving the sound effects. I'm working on more sound effects. I want to be able to add stuff, so that we can have a great old time. I hope you check out my other shows, my introduction to why I'm here and what I'm about. I love to have a good time. I love to do karaoke. If you go to my Instagram, which is my lovely lunatic Leo life, you'll see my karaoke videos where I performed in front of 1,000 people a few times. But yeah, the show is definitely to vent, which I am happy to do and thankful for you for y'all listening to my vents. Yeah, but that's pretty much all I had to say for now. And I will be back for more because Miss A got you. I'm learning this Podbean, so don't worry. It's all good. And you will love it too. I will be in the studio working on some other things for my show. I'm currently under construction right now, but once I get it together, I got you. Trust and believe. Thank you again. This is my lovely lunatic Leo life with your girl, Miss A. Oh, y'all keep answering. Oh shit. Yeah, but why is it hard to find a good man? The hard knock life of a single Black woman. Or it doesn't even have to be single Black. It could be just a single woman. What is it like for you whites? Tell me. Because according to statistics, we are doubled the amount of never getting a man. Or the Hispanics, not Spaniards, that sounds terrible. Hispanics. Yeah, that's what's happening in my life right now. But I say all that to say, life is still beautiful. Do what you got to do. Don't wait for anybody to do what the fuck you have to do, okay? Because the minute you wait for anybody, then it's just going to be a wrap. You got to just do it. Like, I'm about to just say, am I about to be a woman scorned? Like, I don't want to be that type of woman. I do not. I may have to delete this because now I'm just ranting. But like I said, I do appreciate y'all listening and tuning in. I will be back on again now that I know I can do this from the comfort of my own home in my underwear. I will definitely be doing it much more often and see what's popping. So we're on Podbean or Spotify or iTunes or iHeartRadio, soon to be. And you're listening to my lovely lunatic Leo life. And I appreciate y'all. So I will be back again. Y'all don't have to worry about Miss A because I will be here for you. You hear me? If y'all want to hit me up, feel free. If you guys have any comments that you want to leave or suggestions or just to talk trash, it's my lovely lunatic Leo life at yahoo.com. You can follow me on Instagram also at my lovely lunatic Leo life. And that's it. There's no way for you not to get in touch with me because I just gave you my email and I just gave you my Instagram. So definitely go hit me up on my Instagram at my lovely lunatic Leo life or hit me up on my email at my lovely lunatic Leo life at yahoo.com. That's it. Oh, Logical Fun. Let's call in. I do have a caller and this is my first time using it. So let's see how this goes. Logical Fun. Are you there?
Yes, what is this podcast about?
Oh, well, basically right now it's about the hard knock life of a single Black woman. My name is Miss A and this is my first time, so I'm just playing around on here.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, you probably don't have a reason for me to call because I don't know anything about this.
No, I probably don't, but I do appreciate you calling in and letting me try this phone thing out on here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. How do I hang up? Okay. So that was cool. Hey, Ashley. I just had my first caller and he didn't have much to say, but I appreciate him for calling in. Ashley, thank you so much for tuning in. I am about to shut it down though, because I've been ranting for an hour or a half an hour of a man who I thought was dope as hell, and he turned out to be married, and his wife called me yesterday. So I've just been ranting about that shit and being single and never finding love again because I've given up all hope. But that still doesn't mean I'm not going to be traveling and living my best life. Okay. Thailand is coming up in a month, in less than a month, actually. And yes, girl. And I'm planning either Colombia or Greece in the early next year, and then Ghana for sure at the end of the year. So that's it. My lovely lunatic Leo life. Thank you so much for tuning in. And you can listen to me on Spotify. I'm sure it'll go on there sooner or later. So we will talk soon. Again, if you need to contact me, you can hit me up on my Instagram, which is my lovely lunatic Leo life. Or you can hit me up on my email, which is my lovely lunatic Leo life at yahoo.com. And everything is spelled as it should. Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. I'm going to talk to you later. Deuces. Oh, wait. Hold on. All right, guys. So I'm out. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to talk to you later. Deuces.